Back in 2021, I showed you how to transcribe your meetings by uploading them to YouTube. Well, that's ancient history now, and thanks to OpenAI, we've got a cooler and more private way to get the job done. As always, we'll use SoundWorks, but this time, we'll need to install some seriously awesome software on your Windows machine. Buckle up, and let me guide you through the process. First up, installation. Head over to their website, locate the SoundWorks page, and attempt to download the installer. I'm using Microsoft Edge by default, which means I'll need to reassure it that I know what I'm doing. Next, download the installer and install the prerequisites. I'll walk you through it, so you'll be ready to roll. Quick note, I'm not installing SoundWorks in the program files, as that might mess with its auto-update feature. If you're not a local admin on your computer, putting applications in program files is like playing Russian roulette. Anyway, we're just ticking off prerequisites here, and so far, so good. Once everything's installed, you'll see two new shortcuts on your desktop. One for the actual app and another for downloading online videos. Let's dive into the main app. Since it's our first time using it, we'll breeze through the anonymous registration, which isn't really registration at all, by opting for the free key. When you are clicking that lazy button, it simply pastes the standard key into the access code text field. If you will ever need to generate your own key, you can do that from the app. Now, head to the Tools menu, click on Subtitles, and then Transcribe Media File. Spoiler alert, it won't work just yet because we haven't installed Whisper. But let's give it a whirl with a catchy song, and see if we can get the lyrics. You'll notice the menu supports a plethora of languages, which indicate the source language of the speech. If the video was in Japanese, I'd choose Japanese. But since I'm no polyglot, I'd also pick the option to translate to English rather than just transcribing. As for modes, we've got quick, normal, and best. Only go for best if you prioritize quality over time. If your video card boasts ample video memory, best might be your best bet, otherwise, stick to normal. We'll choose quick this time to demonstrate that even in the worst case, you'll get a decent outcome. The target file format drop-down lets you pick your desired result format. We need plain text in our case, but let's select all to include subtitles as well. Once you've got those subtitles, you can upload them with your video or use a tool like Handbrake to permanently embed them into the video clip. Well, as expected, it tells us that Whisper is probably not installed. Let's hit that Setup Whisper link, and that's it. The options window pops up on the Whisper tab, where there's a link to install or update Whisper. Time to click that bad boy. The installation is basically a Q&A session, so let's answer yes, and watch the magic happen. The first question is about installing Python. This computer's fresh out of the box, so I'm going with yes. It will run a script to check for Python, and if it's missing, it'll download and install it. After each question, it'll ask if I want to continue, so if I only need to install or fix one component, I can cherry pick what I need. For kicks, let's see if it installed Python. Yup, looks like it did. Now it'll try to install Git, but it won't know if the installation was successful. Nearing the end, it will ask if you want to reinstall PyTorch, a fancy Python module responsible for. Well, that's not important. Say yes only if you know what you're doing. You'll need it if Whisper can't utilize your video card, but should be able to. For instance, if you have the latest NVIDIA video card. We'll say no this time because this computer doesn't even have a video card. It's a virtual machine. Oops. It didn't find Python, no worries. It just means it didn't refresh the environment variables. In simpler terms, let's restart SoundWorks and redo the process. But this time we'll say no to everything, except the last step. And just to be extra sure, I'll double check that Python and other stuff are in place. But you don't have to. We're approaching the final step. And there we have it. The installation takes a few minutes and will download several gigabytes to your computer. It's a straightforward, transparent process. And in case you're wondering, this is the official Whisper installation happening right now. Once Whisper is installed, let's give SoundWorks another restart. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but better safe than sorry. Now, I'll pick a song. It doesn't matter if it's a video or audio format. We'll use quick mode, keep the source language as English, generate transcriptions in all formats, and save them to the same directory as the original file. As you can see, the option to transcribe on another machine is off, and I'll explain that in another video. Essentially, it lets you use the video card of another computer, while requesting the transcription from a less powerful laptop, for example. You'll notice it's downloading another hefty file. That's because we're using the quick model for the first time. Other models are even larger and are only downloaded during initial use. My machine isn't the fastest, so it will take some time, but let's see how it goes. Not too shabby, it thought Heal was here, but remember, we're on quick mode. It took about 15 minutes to transcribe the song, and it'll likely be faster the second time around. But the speed on computers with NVIDIA RTX cards is mind-blowing. Even here, it's quicker and more accurate than YouTube. Now let's inspect the results. There's a text file, 3 transcription formats, with SRT being the most popular, and even a JSON file you'll probably never need. And the best part? No online services required. We did it all in our computer in less time than we would wait for online service, especially the free one. Well, that's about all there is to it. See you next time and thank you for watching.